Okay, I'm a 25-year-old kid in my bedroom, now my living room, trying to make a living recording music. I don't do anything else. I just record music now. That's my job. I can give you a very basic answer, which I think is it might sound kind of lame, but it's true. I think is if you cover it sounds so lame, but if you cover popular songs that people know and you put your own twist on them and you do
Yeah.
them well, then people find them because people are searching for those songs, and they see yours and it's a cool song and they dig it and then that's it. So I
Mm.
mean, I guess that kind of explains why it works because both of those things are important. I mean, if you're just making great music, it can be cool and it can be great, but people aren't going to find out about it because
Uh-huh.
they're not searching for you.
Right.
So you kind of I don't know. I think doing covers is pretty important to help people find out about your stuff. Um, so this is kind of a long answer. I just feel like the record companies don't really get what I'm doing right now. I don't think they get what Pamplemousse is doing. Pamplemousse has heard from Sony and from Warner and from Atlantic
Okay. The
and
majors.
from who else? Sony, Warner. What's the other one? I don't remember. But yeah, we heard from all three majors and then some of their subsidiaries, as well as some indie labels. And yeah, I just don't think I don't know. I feel like they can't really offer anything to us because we can get more exposure for ourselves than they can get for us. Um, and anything they can do for us, we can. Record companies are outsourcing most of their help these days. So the record company doesn't get you on the radio. The record company hires another company that gets you on the radio. So there's no reason that we can't just hire that company
Yeah.
directly and
Sure.
bypass the record label. Record labels, especially nowadays, are acting like general contractors. They're like this thing at the top, and they hire radio people, PR people, marketing teams, all that. And these
Yeah.
are all outsourced companies. So we could just throw the record label aside and just sit
Sure.
on top here and communicate with all the companies directly. And then we don't have to deal with this big conglomerate that is making all these creative decisions for us and doesn't understand at all what we're doing. So, so yeah, I guess I feel like the record label is really for people who just have no idea where to start, and all they're doing is writing songs, and they don't have the ability to produce their own songs. They can't record their own songs. They need somebody to manage the whole thing for them. And for me and for Pamplemousse, we're making enough money to live right now, and we don't need somebody making all those decisions for us, telling us
Sure.
what to do. Here's the process. So what I'll do is I'll usually have some idea for a song or a riff or something, whether it's a guitar part or a vocal melody, and I'll sit down at the piano and I usually come up with piano chords, or I sit down at the guitar and I come up with guitar chords or some guitar line or something that gives me some kind of inspiration. Um, and then I head over to the drum kit, and while I'm hearing that part in my head, I try and listen to the vocal and the guitar part or the piano part. I sit down at the drums and I sort of beat out a cool drum pattern, and I get some kind of pattern. Or sometimes I beatbox the pattern. So like boom 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 something like that. And then the first thing I do is I open up a Pro Tool session, set up the microphones on the drums, and I record all of the drum tracks.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I'll get like a drum track laid out, and what I usually do is I record plenty of hi hats and plenty of cymbals and ride cymbals and snare sounds, so that I can, if I want the song to build, later on, I have like a lot of drum parts to work with.
Okay.
So I'll record several different drum parts all in the same video take. Um, then let's see, what do I do next? Then I usually record a piano part on top of that, or a guitar part. Oh, and all the while, of course, I'm filming with a video camera, you know, filming various things. Um, and Okay, so then I've laid down a couple tracks, maybe drums, you know, piano, guitar, and some bass or whatever it is. All the while, I'm mixing it, I'm tweaking it to get just the sounds that I like, you know, adding compression and EQ and some reverb and panning and getting the mix sounding right. Because I'm one of those people that likes to mix as I go along. I don't like to track first and then mix later. I like to get the song sounding as I think it's going to sound from the very beginning. So I get all the right tones and all the right EQs and all the right compression settings as I'm going, you know, to my taste. So then I get to the end of the song, maybe I've finished all the parts and, you know, I've got the form down and it's all recorded. Then I export the song as an AIFF file. I drag it into Final Cut Pro and I capture all my video into Final Cut Pro and I start manually dragging the video clips down and laying them on top of the audio parts where they should sync up, where they should fit in. And then I just, you know, go through and tweak and get it looking, you know, nice, but not too nice because I don't want to waste too much time editing. Music is more important. You know, I consider myself a musician, and I feel like the video song is the way that I package my music. So I feel like not that the video song isn't important, because I think as a medium, it's very cool. It's a very cool medium, and it obviously has a lot of potential, I think. But I think one of the most important things about the medium is that it's so glitz and glamour free. You know, there's no sparkles. There's no, you know, the video is just straight up. This is the person playing their instruments in the studio. Okay. For me, at least, even though it's not one of the two rules of the medium, part of the fun of the video song is that it's such a plain image, you know, on top of music that can be as complex or imaginative as you like. So it really is, you know, if the music is a magic trick, then the video is a how-to on the magic trick.